Remember them which have the rule over you, who have spoken unto you the word of God, whose faith follow, considering the end of their conversation. Obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy, and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you. Hebrews 13:7 and 17. So a much discussed issue among Christians who are serious about living the Christian life is the issue of church membership. It is frequently assumed that church membership was an invention of the institutional church. Somebody cooked that up so that people could belong to a particular congregation. And so the issue of membership is a big deal for many people. And I want to argue that these two verses at the tail end of Hebrews provide us with all the essential elements of church membership. Remember them which have the rule over you, who've spoken unto you the word of God, whose faith follow, considering the end of their conversation. And then it says, obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves. For they watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief. So what we have here is the basic outlines of authority and submission. Authority and submission. It wouldn't make any sense. The Bible teaches, for example, authority and submission in the context of marriage, but it would make no sense whatever for an apostle to tell wives to be submissive to their husbands if those wives did not know who the husband was. In other words, you have to have an identifiable husband in order to be able to submit to him. You have to have an identifiable wife in order to lead her and love her and cherish her as Christ does the church. You have to have a list of names. Look at all of these things that presuppose a list of names. Remember them who have the rule over you. Well, who makes up that category? Them. Who are you? They've spoken unto you the word of God, whose faith follow, considering the end of their way of life. The conversation here is way of life. Well, these are people living particular lives in order to have a way of life, and you have to be able to look at them. And then obey them, again, obey them. And that means these people have authority over you, and they can tell you what to do. Now, all of these instructions make no sense without a membership roster and without a list of who the elders are, right? If the people of God are supposed to obey a certain category of person, then they need to know who those persons are. You have to be able to look up on the church website and see, oh, here's the session of elders. These are the men who vote when they make decisions, because obedience requires that. And notice the other way, going in the other direction, we have this important element here of giving account. Well, giving account means that the elders have to know who the people are. Accounting means counting. Accounting means counting. You don't want to go into your tax attorney and say to him, "Is this how much I owe?" and have him say something to you like, "Well, more or less."